All right, let's see. Did we get some people back? I think so. Let's see how the live stream looks now. All right, I think we're good. This is looking good to me. All right, me again. Yeah, Niels. All right, so we're sideways. We're good. We're golden. We look good. Look good on the screen. Look good on my end. Everything is all good. Hopefully we'll get those other two guys back that we missed out on, unfortunately. But let's go ahead and take a look here. Let's see here. Like, share, and subscribe. Yes, indeed. Like, share, and subscribe. Make sure to do that, everybody that comes in or happens to see this. Yeah, let's see here. All right. I wonder how many we'll get. Probably not that many, being that this is my first live stream. But that's okay. That is a-okay. All right. We are looking good. As long as I'm here, it is all good. Yeah, Niels Hahn. I suppose you're right there. As long as you are here, we are all good to go. But it would be kind of interesting to see who does show up, because this is my first live stream after all. Let's see. All right. Platinum Beast is live. Oh yeah. All right. Hey, Kyle Brooks, how's it going? How are you doing, buddy? Let's see here. All right. So, thanks y'all for showing up to my first ever live stream, and I'm just kind of making this kind of a fun thing. Just kind of seeing what y'all are up to at this point, basically. Let's see. Oh, there's Metal Mate. Hey, Metal Mate, how's it going? Post earlier for the notification, and more will be here. Oh, I know. Yeah, I probably should plan out my live streams a little bit better, but this was just kind of on a whim, really. So, yeah. I mean, I just kind of decided to do this one. But you are right. If I post, people can click the notification and do stuff like that. So that probably would be beneficial. It is what it is. Yeah, you're right, buddy. It is what it is. So what have y'all picked up platinum-wise recently? Anybody get anything interesting, or anybody got their eye on anything interesting? Let's see here. Hey, Tradle, how's it going, buddy? How is it going? So what are your thoughts on America taking over as the primary platinum miner? Well, that would be interesting. The interesting thing about that, though, is I don't know how much platinum we have in our ground, right? It would really depend. I mean, they'd probably have to create an entire sort of. Oh, you think? Oh, okay. I haven't. I'll be the first to admit I haven't really done my research on that to see how much. But do they already know, or do they have an idea? Well, they found some, but like, are they able to tell how much, or is it? Because I do know that there is some mining of platinum in America and other countries, but it's typically much smaller amounts than other countries. In Canada, owned by an American company. So found in Canada, owned by an American company. That's interesting. I mean, that would make sense. If I was going to peg where platinum would probably be, it'd probably be somewhere up north. I wouldn't think it'd be anywhere southern. Let's see. I bought minutes ago 2 Barbados Flamingo 1/10 ounce. You know, I have been having my eye on that. That is an excellent coin that I would love to pick up one day. And I've been keeping an eye on it. And I think that's a really, really cool coin. I'm waiting. I'm holding off for some things in particular. So right now I'm just buying these low premium little 1/10 ounce baby coins. The koalas and the kookaburras, they just can't be beat on premium wise on Liberty Coin. However, I have had my eye on that flamingo and I will have one day, hopefully soon. Let's see here. In Montana, there is a placer mine that gets 14,000 ounces of platinum owned by Siskiyous. Huh. Interesting. I mean, again, that makes sense, being Montana, being a much further northern state, that's where the platinum would be found, because I would think that most of the southern area has been scoured, so to speak, and we got a lot of oil in the south and stuff like that, but it would make more sense that the metals would be further up north, found in places that aren't typically explored. What's up, Platinum Lovers? Hey, Shadow Work, how's it going, buddy? We got gold and silver up in here. All right, gold and silver. Nice to see you, buddy. Nice to see you. All right. Shadowwork says, I need everyone help. Do I keep saving for a 1 ounce gold eagle, or do I buy a 1 ounce palladium eagle direct from the mint while supplies last? I've been searching for a bullion palladium eagle for 3 years without luck. Well, that's a tough question to sort of answer. I mean, currently at the current spot price, that palladium eagle is going to be less money than the gold eagle. Now, a lot of people are banking on palladium going down. However, I'm not so sure. And the thing about the palladium eagle, I mean, I do believe platinum might overcome palladium at some point, but the thing about the palladium eagle, Shadow Work, is the mintage is so low, and that's such a collectible coin and collectible series. I put that much more on par with the platinum eagles, right? Those things are pretty collectible, and they typically hold their value pretty well just on the collector's market. So palladium, you really got to look at it as a collector's piece if you're not buying bars or perhaps an old maple or something. When you get into those palladium eagles, those are much more collectible. So honestly, I would go with the palladium eagle, but I mean, that obviously also depends on what your stack currently looks like. If you have gold, get the palladium eagle. If you don't have a lot of gold or you want to increase your gold, get the gold eagle. But it's going to vary very much on what your current stack looks like. Gold and silver, you are welcome, my friend. Platinum group metals rock. Yes, they do. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Spot price is looking pretty good. Hey, guys. Hey, Platinum Gnome. How's it going, buddy? March 2008, gold was 11, I think. I've got something blocking the last part of that number. An ounce, and platinum was 2,230 an ounce by platinum. Okay, I think you might have put an extra number in that. I don't think it was $22,000 an ounce, but oh yeah, 2,230. Okay, yeah. So yeah, that is something that's interesting. And the interesting thing about when that platinum spike was that it was almost double the price of gold. And the thing about it was it was at such a different time than all the other spikes that it kind of leads me to believe that platinum is going to do the same thing and go to the moon, so to speak, at a time when silver and gold are very stagnant. And there's going to be a lot of people posting videos about it, and there's going to be a lot of people that are like, oh man, I wish I had some, or I wish I had more, right? Now, I'm not saying put all your money into platinum. I think having all the precious metals is smart. As you can see here on this display, we've got a little bit of silver, we got some gold, we got it all, except for palladium. I want to get some palladium someday, but my state stinking taxes palladium. It's annoying as heck. So I'll have to find it on a secondhand market or something, some kind of backdoor, under the table type of deal to get some palladium. Yeah, rhodium would be cool too. But yeah, I think platinum's going to move at a time when silver or gold are not moving at all, right? And so I think when that happens, people are going to want platinum, wish they had platinum, and platinum's going to be the thing, right? But then it might scale back in gold and silver. So that's why it's good to have both, because you can kind of flip-flop over time if you want and sort of increase your value doing it that way. Not a spike. Platinum was always twice gold's price. Okay, let's take a look. I mean, I do believe you, but I wasn't stacking quite that far back before platinum's all-time high. So let's take a look. Let's see here. Platinum's all-time high was about February 2008, and gold 2008. Oh, you are correct, actually. So platinum was double gold. So if we go back to 2004, it was about 400 bucks for gold, and 2004 was about, oh, so you are correct, actually. Wow, I hadn't really thought about that. I mean, I'm sure I've looked at it in the past, but yeah, gold or platinum was always more valuable than gold. So what happened? Interesting. I mean, a lot of that, I mean, catalytic converters have been, and that's the thing that everyone brings up. Catalytic converters have been in cars since, what was it, the late 80s? Maybe early 90s was when they started mandating them and stuff. So that really probably drove the price of platinum to the moon somewhat, right? It has other uses and other values attached to it, but that probably drove the price up year over year for a while until auto manufacturers switched, and then the idea that that was a strong metal to invest in kind of went down, and so that probably drove the price down quite a bit. Yeah, you are right a lot, Niels. It was double gold for a long time. That is not something that I had really looked at closely at, so maybe I'll make a video talking about that specifically. I always talk about the spike when it was double the price of gold, because it was at the spike double the price of gold. But it was that way for a while. It just isn't as drastic looking on the charts when you take a look at everything going back so far. Economic war happened. Yeah, you're right. You're right about that. My only regret is not discovering prospecting sooner in my life. Yeah, that would have been pretty cool. Better late than never. Yep, crafty dwarf. That is correct. Mining ratio should put platinum at least 33,000. Wow. Well, that would be amazing if platinum was 33,000. I assume you're saying an ounce. That would be crazy. But that would be cool because I have platinum. And so do many of y'all. So let's see here. Palladium is used in cars, not platinum as much. Yes, that is correct. But the idea is a lot of people are saying they're switching back. One, because palladium has gone so high in price. And two, because Russia mines 80% of the, or roughly 80%, don't quote me to the exact T, but roughly 80% of the world's palladium. And so a lot of people are kind of questioning sticking with palladium, and they think that the auto manufacturers are switching back. So let's see here. Palladium is used in cars, not platinum as much. Yep. Neil's the platinum guru. Overlap 100-year gold chart and platinum chart. I expect the Brick Nation will monetize platinum at some point. Yeah, I'll have to do an overlap of the gold and platinum chart to take an even closer look. That would be a really good idea. Expect the Brick Nation will monetize platinum at some point. I mean, I feel you, Platinum Gnome. I really do, but I'm not so sure about all that. Could be, could not be. I mean, you never know. Yes, gold and silver. That is correct. And that's what I talked about in one of my latest videos, was that palladium is not, or you don't need as much palladium as platinum in catalytic converters. However, if 80% of the world's palladium is mined in Russia, we either got to start mining it somewhere else, or we got to find something else to use. And so that's kind of the logic behind it a little bit. Also, if palladium is more than twice the price of platinum, that sort of incentivizes moving back to platinum, which is what a lot of people have theorized lately. What's going on, Mr. LB Esserdi? Hey, bud, wonder if you looked at these October 2020 Google articles about the synthetic platinum. Maybe it's nothing. I do have that on my list of video topics to discuss. I haven't done my research yet, William PMCD, but I do have that on my list of sort of topics I'm going to make videos on. So be sure to stay tuned. And if y'all aren't already, hit that bell button and that subscribe button so you can stay up to date with future videos. But I do have that on my list of videos that I'm going to make. Where should we buy palladium? So palladium is kind of hard to come by, but you can find it pretty reasonably amongst the online dealers. I would definitely check out findbullionprices.com. I'll even take a look at it right now for you to see what they have listed. In the past, bullion or findbullionprices.com hasn't been a reliable source for palladium. However, they have really kind of stepped it up quite a bit. So if you go to findbullionprices.com and you click platinum and you go down to palladium coins and bars, you'll see all the online bullion dealers, or most of them. Sometimes they get flown under the radar or what have you, but you'll find most of the bullion dealer prices and things like that. So if I say click on 1 ounce palladium maple, I'll see that Money Metals Exchange actually has these in stock at 1214.32. And if I click the link, it says it's actually out of stock. So that does occasionally happen. If we check the SD Bullion listing, SD Bullion does have the maples in stock. So they are 1237.09 at the recording of this live stream. And SD Bullion has palladium maple leafs in stock for the lowest price of any online dealer that I can just quickly find offhand. If you're looking for a 1 ounce palladium bar, it looks like you can get down as low as 1136.42, and it looks like SD Bullion has that listing as well. So SD Bullion has coins and bars in palladium for around $1,100-$1,200 bucks. So that's not too bad for a 1 ounce palladium bar. If you're looking specifically for Palladium Eagles, Money Metals Exchange, it seems, has, they are out of stock. Okay, so we'll take a look at the next best, which is Aiden Coins and Jewelry. They are out of stock as well. Wow, it looks like people are actually buying these things up a little bit. It looks like there's an eBay listing right now for $21.50 for a 2019 PF69, but that's higher than the mint price, so I wouldn't go with that. So currently, it looks like if you want a Palladium Eagle, you're going to have to go through the mint to get the best price, which is around $1,900 an ounce at the current recording of this live stream. Let's get back into these comments a little bit and take a look at what everyone is saying. Thanks for going live, Platinum Beast. I really needed to ask for your thoughts. Well, you're welcome, my friend. You're welcome. Yes, William. Eagles have steep premiums right now. They do. Money Metals Exchange actually had a decent deal, about $1,500 per coin for a while there, but it looks like they sold out. Where should we buy palladium? Okay, we already got there. I just like someone else talking about platinum. Yeah, that's true. I mean, even if we disagree on certain things or we don't fully agree or whatever, think the same way, it is kind of cool to have more and more people talking about platinum. I think that'll help the platinum stacking group of people overall, because everyone seems to focus in on silver and gold, which are great metals, but platinum doesn't need to be ignored. Let's see here. Keep in mind, Trump favors traditional gas engines vehicles, and he will also deregulate and boost U.S. mining operations, which could be good for holders. Yeah, that is very true. I mean, not to get political, but, one side of the aisle does promote stuff that would probably help the stacking world, and one side of the aisle doesn't. And so it is something to keep in mind for sure, especially 2024 being an election year. It's anybody's guess what will occur. So we've got Coyote Grad Collectibles. Hello, Coyote Grad Collectibles. He is my first member of my channel, and I keep knocking over this tube. You know what? Just comment in the comment section if you want me to just keep knocking it over. But hello, Coyote Grad. Thank you for joining the live stream, bud. You are my first channel member as being back on YouTube, and I greatly, greatly appreciate that, my friend. If you haven't already, everyone should go check out Coyote Grad Collectibles. He is an awesome dude, and he just got a really cool channel where he collects all kinds of stuff. It's not just stacking, it's just all kinds of cool stuff. So definitely go check him out. He's got some really cool stuff that I have recently been looking at. So let's see. We got Christopher Reed. What was the most about OF Platinum that you ever had at one time? Okay, so back before I had a big ordeal a couple years back, I think I was pushing close to 20 ounces of platinum. Honestly, I was pretty heavy in the platinum field, and it kind of stinks that I've kind of scaled back, but I'm gonna grow it back up over time, and luckily I still have time to do that before the prices go way up. Neil, can you find any of those coins today? William PMCD LCS was asking 1,000 above spot. No, don't do that, man. That's just rough. That's way higher than online dealers. I'm gonna guess that your LCS bought that when Palladium was way up and is just trying to dip it right now. So he's just trying to get rid of that thing, and he's trying not to lose too much money. So I would just hold off on that. I mean, shout out to all the LCS. I do appreciate the work they do in providing a physical store that we can go to, but sometimes they just got to take that loss and write off the taxes. Niels Han Dynasty. It is hard to find, very collectible at gold and silver, and costly. Yes, indeed. Shadow Work. Have y'all heard that they were able to get platinum to self-heal itself at room temperature? Interesting. That's very interesting, for sure. Rentime said, hey, Rentime, how's it going? Coyote Grad gave the little hang loose sign. Rentime said, I have a channel called Ren Stocks. Interesting. We'll have to check that out. Gold and Silver said, okay, I like platinum and going to start with platinum dimes. What in the world? Do you mean like platinum 1/10 ounces? I assume that's what you're talking about. When you say dimes, you mean like 1/10 ounce coins? Because as far as I know, there hasn't ever been any platinum dimes. I got tons of dimes too. But that's another animal. Oh, I love the silver dimes. I definitely stack those. Those are one of my favorite things to stack. Everyone hates the rosies, but I love the rosies. Shadow Work said, gotta know someone in the district for good deals on diamonds. Oh, yeah. Diamonds. I don't really get into the gemstones so much, but I know that's one avenue a lot of people like to invest in. Rafty Dwarf said, it means more to me when I can go dig my own stuff. Frankly, I could not afford to buy metals, so prospecting makes sense if you are fiending. Yeah. Yeah, that is very true. Crafty Dwarf. I mean, if you got extra time and you got just not a lot of money to buy precious metals, doing the whole prospecting thing might be actually a worthwhile venture, so to speak. Worth looking into. Let's see. Shadowwork said, personally, I like the lab grown for colors and lack of blood. Well, that's true. And it's also way less money, and it looks almost exactly the daggum same. So I don't know the point, but, people get really invested into that natural versus lab grown. I'm going to start in the next few weeks. Yes. I trade stocks and metals, and I am 13. Jeez, my dude. Congratulations on that. Getting into man, you're going to be a millionaire by 30 at least. If you're making wise decisions in those two ventures, which I assume you are. I mean, 13 years old, I wish I was doing all that at 13. Gold and Silver says 0.1. So I guess you're assuming 1/10 ounce. That's not a bad play, man. I love these little coins. I've been stacking them like crazy lately. I got another one coming in that I'm going to show y'all. It's nothing special, but I do have more and more coming in as the days go on. Is that a platinum ring? No, that is actually silver. Okay. So that is actually a silver $1/2 from 1944. I'll take it off and show you. Try to get a little close up. I don't know why on the live stream it gets kind of blurry, or it looks blurry on my screen, but it might not be y'all's. But yeah, this is a 1944 silver $1/2. That was made into a coin ring. I got it kind of cheap on like eBay. I don't know, like 13, 14 bucks or something. So it wasn't very much money, but I just kind of wanted it just because I always liked rings. I don't know why. I know a lot of people don't, especially men, but I don't know. I kind of like it, so I wear it. But it's not platinum. Hopefully one day I'll have a platinum ring. I just haven't made that jump yet because whenever I think of platinum, I think of stacking and I think of lowest premium. So rings are going to be a bit more premium than I'd really like to spend. But, it is what it is. One day I might have one. William PMCD said hydrogen is pertinent because apparently it takes twice the platinum for the tech over the amount of NES for catalytic converters. Hydrogen is pertinent because apparently it takes twice the platinum for the tech over the amount NES for catalytic converters. Okay, yeah, hydrogen. I mean, I'm a big believer in the hydrogen, not just because it benefits me as a platinum stacker, but there's so many problems with the electric stuff. The cold weather, the towing and hauling, the long charge. I mean, it's a very slow moving technology sector, right? And its growth. When we can plug in a car and it's charged in 5 minutes, 100%, and we don't have to do this whole baloney where they're like, oh, it's the 300-mile range, but only if you charge to 100%. But if you charge to 100%, it's going to wear out the battery. So only charge to 80% and don't let it go below 20%. So you cut out about 40% of your overall battery that you can realistically use without damaging the battery. So when you buy a car with 300 miles, you're really only getting 240. And it's like, I don't like doing math. I just want to fill up my car, be 5 minutes in and out. Let's go all day. But I believe it could advance to a point where we get to plug it in 5 minutes, full charge, 100% down to zero, 100% zero, 100% zero. And we don't have to worry about doing math and making sure we stay within boundaries of how much we charge and stuff like that. One day we might be able to do that, but today is not the day. So hydrogen, I think, is a decent avenue that hasn't been looked into enough, but is continuing to be looked into as an alternative. If elected, I will mandate the use of platinum for hood ornaments of all electric cars. Mr. LBS 30. Well, that would be quite the legislation or legislative mandate. That would be very interesting, you know. I wonder if there has ever been platinum hood ornaments, like on a Rolls Royce or something. That would be worth looking into, because they love making those things fancy. And I don't know if they're made out of gold or silver or platinum, or they're just stainless steel and look pretty, but that would be interesting to see if they ever did make one out of a precious metal. Crafty Dwarf says, let me tell you guys a secret, don't shoot the messenger. Well, okay, I won't shoot the messenger. William PMCD said, thank you, Shadowwork. Kyle Brooks said, I'm hoping for lower premiums in the second quarter of this year. Yeah, me too. Me too. That would be really nice. Lower premiums, you know, maybe even a little bit lower spot price. I know people want it to go to the moon, but they also want it to be cheap so they can continue buying it. But overall, we'll just have to wait and see. William PMCD said, it's reported that BMW is adopting H2 tech. Interesting. Hydrogen tech. Very interesting. Crafty Dwarf said, just trust me, electric vehicles were a trick. Oh, I think so too, maybe. That is a high possibility. I mean, it's just crazy. it's just been crazy with the electric vehicles. I mean, they're cool, they're crafty, they're, you know, techie, but I don't know if all these mandates and everything. I think it should just be like a fun little toy, like a boat or a plane or a helicopter or something that you have that you just like because it's cool. But it's not. It doesn't. All these mandates and stuff. This is just crazy stuff, man. I'm telling you. Guy here on YouTube makes H. I assume you're talking about hydrogen, gold and silver. Good one, Crafty Dwarf. Not to say they could never be made to work, but that was not the intention behind it at all. I believe, well, yeah, I believe originally, like Elon Musk and the Tesla and stuff, I think he was just trying to make an electric car be cool and stuff. But then all these new companies coming out and all these government mandates, but also all these government incentives for electric car companies, I think really kind of brought on a lot of shady sort of stuff. I mean, at the end of the day, people will do anything for money, and I think that could potentially be what's going on. And really, it's our money that's being used to fund these things, right? These tax incentives, these benefits, all these things. There's rumor Mr. Musk is going to buy Disney. Well, that would be very interesting because he'd probably change the whole game over there. I don't know how that would work out, but he would probably make a lot of people upset, but also probably be able to turn the company around, right? So that would be very interesting. He's a madman genius, I tell you. He's just one of the smartest people I've ever met, or not met, but heard speak, and he's just off the edge. I mean, it's almost nobody like him, and that's not. I'm not saying that because of anything other than just the dude is just off the edge intelligent. Batteries are the trick, not electric. Supercapacitors store energy too. Just dump at once, though they charge instantly. What if the infrastructure had charging at every traffic light? Well, that would be interesting. Or another idea that I heard online somewhere was, what if the roads could just charge us? Like, what if they were made out of like some type of solar absorbing thing, and they absorbed the sun over the day, and as you drove over them, it charged your car? That'd be kind of cool. You just have to make sure you're on one of those roads and not an old road. H2, not fuel cell, but HE. So I think gold and silver, what you're talking about is the vehicles that run off just straight hydrogen gas, not hydrogen like hybrids that charge the batteries. The ones that actually have exhaust and sound like a car, I think is what you're talking about. Shadowwork said, clowns don't want solutions. Well, that's very true. That is very true, my friend. Crafty Dwarf said, if your country is getting invaded and the enemy set you up with electric vehicles, guess what would happen? LOL. That is very true. H2 fuel car. Shadowwork said, ever seen your hair stand up when standing on the side of a highway? That's lots of wasted static electricity. That is very true. That is very true. H2 spontaneously ignites. Yeah, that is a concern that a lot of people would have with hydrogen gas vehicles. But yeah. Crafty Dwarf said, stop the invasion. Wait, I have to charge my Tesla. Gold and Silver said, firefighters have to be careful. William PMCD said, maybe nanotech could make the road surface strong enough for solar panels. Yeah, it very well could. Mr. LB said, if he will bring back Tom Sawyer Island, I support him, and Splash Mountain while he's at it. Oh yeah, Splash Mountain was a travesty, man. Every Southerner was not happy with that at all. That was one of the best rides, just theme-wise. Although I guess Princess and the Frog is Southern themed too, so at least they picked a Southern theme, but that was just such a classic, man. Why they got to go and do something like that? Ren Time said, why are PT 1/10 ounce Eagles so expensive? That's because they don't actually make them anymore, Ren Time. So these coins, they stopped minting. I always forget the exact date. It might have been like 2008. Someone can correct me if I'm wrong, but they stopped minting these coins. And again, I'm trying to show y'all this, but it's coming in blurry on my side. I don't know if it's coming in blurry on y'all's. But these little coins, they quit minting them in 2008. I think just because the demand simply was not there for them, I guess. Or they just weren't able to sell as many as they wanted. I know the mintages went down quite a bit close to when they quit minting them, but I guess they decided 1 ounce was good enough as far as the fractionals. But I'd love for them to bring them back, and maybe they will at some point. Who knows? But yeah, so that's why the 1/10 ounce Eagles. So if you're gonna, so Ren Time, if you're gonna buy 1/10 ouncers, I highly suggest, and this is not sponsored or anything, but I highly suggest looking at these koalas and these kookaburras on eBay. They got them 1/10 ounce right now, 118 all day long. That's the lowest premium you're gonna find on a 1/10 ounce right now. Other than these Perth Mint coins, the year that they come out, the next best thing would be the Britannias. But however, the 2024 hasn't come out yet, and the 2023 is in sort of limited supply. So these are a little bit higher premium actually right now at the recording of this video than the Perth Mint coins. So either these or the Perth Mints, I would highly suggest. I know everyone wants the Eagles, everyone likes the Eagles, everyone thinks about the Eagles, but when you're thinking about fractionals, you're just not going to be able to find anything with a reasonable premium. I set my premium limit at $150 or $1,500 an ounce. So these 1/10 ounce coins, I'll never spend more than $150 per coin. So the Eagles are really, for the most part, priced out of my budget range. I was able to pick this one up for $140, just got lucky from Hero Bullion, but for the most part, you'll never find them for below $150, and that is where my limit is. Yeah, 118, where I always worry about getting fake stuff on eBay. I'm with you, Ren Time, I really am, but Liberty Coin is just such a solid, reliable dealer on eBay. They have thousands and thousands of reviews. They are a legitimate company. You just got to make sure you're buying from Liberty Coin, right? You don't want to buy from just Joe Schmo or someone that you don't trust, but I have just bought countless coins from them, and they are a phenomenal dealer on eBay. So, you know, I understand where you're coming from with that, but Liberty Coin, really, you can't go wrong with them. William PMCD said US 1/10 ounce coins are somewhat rare. Yeah, they are very rare. The platinum ones, at least. Yeah, the gold and the gold they make every year, so they're not as rare. They still have high premiums, but they're not quite as rare. But the golds, are going to be a lot lower premium if you're just looking at the overall percentage of premium for each coin. But yeah, it's Liberty Coin. Oh, okay. I buy gold there. Yeah, Liberty Coin has 1/10 ounce platinums. Yeah, so Liberty Coin, you'll be able to get these koalas and these kookaburras for very low premiums, 118. And I believe you can buy it from Liberty Coin's website too. It's just I always go the eBay route just because it's easy. I can use a credit card. I don't get charged anything extra, blah, blah, blah. Well, not a credit card, but like it just is a much easier, faster process and the premiums are low. But if you want to go through their website, I don't know if they have them listed on their website. I don't really go on their actual website much, but you could probably send them an email. They'll send you an invoice and they'll sell it to you, right, outside of eBay to save on fees, if anything. Let's see. You want to start platinum this year? You only have 2 grams. Yeah, well, I mean, that's 2 grams more than like 99% of the population, right? Obviously, the grams are typically higher premium, but, you know, at least you got something. And a lot of people bought palladium grams way back in the day and actually made a little profit off just buying. Looks like we got about 20 people watching this stream. And we've got like 4 likes or something like that. So let's see if we can pump those numbers up, huh? Hit that button, hit that subscribe, hit that like. Oh, okay, let me refresh here. We got 10 likes and 17 people watching, it looks like. But yeah, I got them for 50 bucks each. Okay, yeah, 50 bucks each is not a bad price at all, Ren Time. You know, 50 bucks for a gram, I'd do that all day long. You know, when you get above 50 bucks, that starts to get a little steep. But for the grams, that's really not a bad price at all. So, yeah. But, yeah. So hopefully this year we're able to get this tube filled up of Britannias. That's what my goal, or one of my goals is to fill this tube entirely with platinum Britannias. I believe you can fit about 25 coins in this tube. I've got 1 so far. And we're going to just fill it up. Now, I've been buying the Perth Mint stuff because it's a lower premium and I'm all about that premium. But I'm hoping once the 2024s come out that the premiums will be the lowest on the Britannias and I can start filling that thing on up. But yeah, so let's see here. We've got 19 people watching. And we are looking good. But yeah, my first live stream. I'm excited about this. Thank y'all for stopping by, everyone who did. And thanks for hanging out with me. You know, you could be other places, but you chose to hang with me for a little bit. So I do appreciate that greatly. I wish I could buy that much. Yeah, that would be cool. Are platinum coin diameters the same size as their gold counterpart? Yes, they are. They are just thicker, Christopher Reed. So platinum is a much denser metal. However, when you compare the overall diameter of the gold and the gold and platinum, the platinum and the gold are the same diameter, 32 millimeters, I believe. And so they're the same diameter. It's just the platinum one is a bit thicker because it has a little bit more density to it. So realistically, it should be a little wider if they wanted to make them the same thickness, but they decided to make them the same diameter. So with that, the platinum is going to be a little bit thicker because it has more density to it. If you've never held a 1 ounce platinum coin, you definitely should. I don't have any right here in front of me, but the density is just truly something amazing. Something that most people aren't even aware of it until they get a full ounce. Like these 1/10 ounces, it's really hard to tell the difference in the density, but the 1 ounce platinums are super, super dense and they're just like so heavy feeling. It's crazy. It feels like it shouldn't feel that heavy, but it does. Ren Time said, what's the best 1/4 ounce coin for platinum? Okay. So that's where you start to get into a little bit more reasonable premiums, Ren Time, for the Eagles. Is there's not a whole lot of offerings in the 1/4 ounce platinum realm. mostly what you're going to find are eagles, okay? You might be able to find some much older, much more rare vintage platinum pieces. I have occasionally seen quarter ounce platinum nobles and things like that on different outlets, but they're very, very rare because nobody's actually minting quarter ounce platinum coins at the current time. However, the eagles, because they are one of the only offerings, for whatever reason, once you get into the quarter ounces, the premiums start to come down substantially on platinum. So quarter ounce platinum eagles, half ounce platinum eagles, reasonable premiums. You can keep them under my personal limit of $1,500 an ounce per spot. So for half ounces, I've seen them for $750 or less, and for quarter ounces, I've seen them for 33 or less, right? If I find one for 325, that's below my limit, and that's what I consider reasonable. So the quarter ounce eagles are going to be your lowest cost quarter ounce platinum coins, but they are going to have a little bit higher premium, so just keep that in mind. Let's see, Shadowwork said, Rentime, if you do stocks, check out Keysight Technologies. Crafty Dwarf said, they got a stranglehold on precious metals. Yes, they do. Guam Stacker, no way, bro, what? Guam Stacker is here, oh my gosh. Dude, I know I was missing in action for a while, but one of the first things I did when I came back was check out your channel, and bro, you haven't posted anything in forever either, man. But how's it going, Guam? Goodness gracious, man, it's good to see you, man. I appreciate you stopping by the channel. You were one of my most loyal followers back in the day, and I can't believe you're already back following me still. But thanks for stopping by, Guam. That is super cool. If you haven't checked out Guam, definitely do. Guam has an awesome little channel. He hasn't posted in a while, but maybe that'll change. Who knows? Maybe him and I will get back into the game and start building our channels back up a little bit. But thank you for stopping by, Guam. I mean, that really kind of lifts my spirits a little bit that you decided to come and say hello. That's just super awesome. Crafty Dwarf said, I think it's bad to overregulate and criminalize precious metals at a time when the world needs metal more than ever, but you have these cartels and governments gatekeeping it all. Yeah, it is kind of annoying having that crazy corrupt stuff going on. Life's just been getting real busy for me. Yeah, Guam, dude, I feel that. I feel that real hard. I got pretty busy and just wasn't able to get on as much and check stuff out as much, but hey, I mean, that can be not such a bad thing too, but I hope all is well with you. It's been a long while, but still haven't made it out to Guam yet, but one day I will make that trip because that is where I want to go. It's one of my top destinations I'd love to visit. Let's see. Shadow Work. Precious metals don't need government backing to retain value, but governments need precious metals to back currency to retain. Yeah, that's an interesting way of looking at it, Shadow Work. Crafty Dwarf said, I expect things will change for the positive. Trump favors mining and likes precious metals. He is, however, a Freemason, though, and is tight with Israel. So I doubt the good old boys club's going away. Huh, interesting. Interesting stuff. Rantime, no worries. So should I just save up? Rentime, I would say, it really depends on what type of person you are. If you're one who can save up very easily and isn't tempted to just waste your money on other things, yeah, it wouldn't be a bad idea to save up for an ounce. But if you are one who just loves getting packages, you'd rather have 10 packages with 1 10th ounce coins or one package once a year with a 1 ounce coin, get the 10 ouncers. Or just make it fun. Change it up. Get different 10 ouncers, get quarter ounces, get whole ounces, whatever you really decide. The premiums, a lot of people complain about the premiums, but I don't really think it's that bad, honestly. Because I got, again, these little coins for 118, that's what, 180 for a whole ounce? That's about what a whole ounce costs. A whole ounce might be a little bit more, but these are divisible, and these are much easier to just sell one versus selling an entire ounce at a time. If I if my budgeting gets messed up and I run short on the electric bill and I got to pay the electric bill, I only got to sell 1/10 ounce versus a whole ounce and then save back up and then buy another ounce. It's just, I don't know. It's kind of beneficial, I think. But yeah, do whatever you think is best, bud. Gold and Silver said, rent time, buy on a regular time schedule and save in between. Yeah, that could be very well true. A decent approach as well, right? You know, pick up 1/10 ounces in the meantime, save, and just make that a part of your budget every month, week, whatever your paycheck is, right? Make it like your electric bill, right? Say your electric bill is a couple $100 a month, your platinum bill is $100 a month. So you buy one of these for $118, and then your savings, once you save enough, put it where you think is best, you know, stocks, bonds, precious metals, crypto, if you do that kind of thing, whatever. And, you know, save up money on the back end. So you've got a bunch of 1/10 ouncers, and then maybe you can splurge on a whole ounce at one point and just have a different setup. I like collecting for my channel. Yeah, I'm good at saving. Well, then that's not so bad, man. I mean, you can really kind of look at it both ways. Oh, I know, Metal Mate. Yeah, these little 1/10 ouncers at 118 are a steal, and they're 118 right now, guys. They're 118 on eBay, on Liberty Coins website. Both of these, the Kookaburra and the Koala. Now, what's interesting about the Kookaburra is nice because it is limited mintage and it's a small coin. It's Kookaburra, it's Perth Mint, all that stuff. But what's interesting is the Koala actually has the years of the Queen on the back, all the way to 2022. And so this is almost like they brought back this Koala, and this will be the only coin with the Queen. Next year, or this year, I suppose, they will start doing the King on the coin. So that's an interesting sort of tidbit. So that's another reason why I love these little coins is I think both of them have some sort of collectible value attached to them that people aren't looking at right now. And this one has the Queen, and this one has the dates of the Queen, and it's the only one that's going to have the Queen of a modern day Koala. All right, so Crafty Dwarf said, so you got to cash out and bam, no service. Yeah, at least with gold and silver, you can process it easily yourself. Platinum group metals get a bit trickier and more dangerous to smelt and separate. Yeah, that is very true. That's why I stacked the gold and the silver. The gold and the silver would be the first to go versus platinum if I ever had to sell, which is what I've said for a long time. But yeah, you are correct. It does get a little bit tricky in selling, so that's something to keep in mind as well. Rentime said, I don't really have a job. I just use dividends to buy my... Man, you are a genius at 13 years old, dude. I am telling you, you're already doing dividends and growth and bullion. Dude, I don't know how that is your focus when 99% of 13-year-olds are not focused on that. I applaud you, my friend. Using dividends to buy metals, that's just something else. Man, I tell you what, if you get these little 1/10 ounce coins, you know, you're 13 years old when you're 23 and then 33. When you're 33 and these coins are 20 years old, man, you're going to have some premium in them. Because if you take a look at stuff like, I've got this little coin right here, this 1/25 ounce cat from, I think, if we can take a look, it's 19, it's such a small coin. 1995, okay? So this coin, 05, 15, 20, this coin is pushing 30 years old, okay? If you try to find this little coin on eBay or a secondhand site, because you're not going to find it from any dealer, the premiums are typically astronomical. So if you were to buy these Rentime and in 20 or 30 years, you're still young, you could get some heavy premiums out of these and flip that premium into newer platinum if you are just a true stacker. Now, if you're a collector, you might just want to hold on to it forever. But if you're just a stacker and you're looking for a decent buy, I highly suggest these little coins for you, especially at your age. If you hold on to them long enough, they will pay you very well in the collector's market. Moving on. Shadowworks said, definitely best to save up. Shadowworks said, but what do you like? Buy what you like, save the best you can, do your research, and shop around. And if you can, be patient. Yes, all great tips and advice. Thank you, Shadowwork. Niels Han Dynasty said, buy silver and platinum. yes, buy silver and platinum, Niels Han Dynasty. That is definitely what we all should be doing. Crafty Dwarf said, I ain't worked a regular job in 11 years. Well, I don't know about 11 years. It's probably been, how long has it been for me? I don't even know. It's been, let me guess, 20, when did I quit my last regular job? Just 9 to 5. Wow. I hadn't really thought of it. Must have been like about 2017. Yeah, 2017 has been since I worked a regular 9 to 5, just clock in, paycheck type of deal. If you can escape that lifestyle, that's great. But if you're stuck in it, that's okay too. Just, invest, stack, do all the smart stuff, and yeah, just keep on keeping on, basically. Whoa! Coyote Greg Collectibles gifted 5 Platinum Beast memberships. Yo, let's go, everybody. Congratulations on those who received a gifted membership. That is super epic. Thank you so much, Coyote. That is super generous of you, especially just being me and such a small channel. Goodness gracious, you are definitely going to be one of my top contributors for my channel, man. But thank you so much. That is crazy incredible that you gifted those memberships. So if you got one of those, be sure to thank Coyote Greg Collectibles. He has just been super generous to me, really out of nowhere too, because I was totally not expecting, to get some of this stuff this soon in the game of me sort of getting back on this YouTube train. Thank you, Coyote Greg Collectibles. Everyone be sure to thank him and, give him a follow and just everything like that. He's an awesome, awesome dude. So we are moving along here, and I'm having a difficult time scrolling through these messages, but here we go. So who got those memberships? Donald Sutton Jr., Homestead, Aquarius, Matthew Crustlife, CS, and Silverboy Blues was gifted memberships. So thank you. Thank y'all for all that. And be sure to thank Coyote Grad. But yeah, so Rentime, I was trying to get back to Rentime's comment. He said he was thinking about trading silver into platinum. That wouldn't be a bad play, especially depending on, what you got the silver for. But both of those metals are really industrial, so, but I don't really know which way to go with that. But that could be an option if that's what you were thinking about. Not a bad play, in my opinion, especially if you have something worth value that has a little bit higher premium and you can lower the premium of the platinum that you buy. Let's see here. Christopher Reed said, thoughts on 1 ounce platinum bars versus 1 ounce if at the same price. So I think you're talking about coins. I definitely would go with coins and platinum over bars. Bars aren't a bad play, and I think they're very boring, but I think they're very good value because typically they are a lower premium, and I do have platinum bars myself. I've got the 1 gram right here. I got other bars other places, but bars are a decent price if you can get them for a decent premium, but if you can get a coin for the same premium, I highly suggest getting the coin. It's going to hold a lot better premium. Shadowworks said, platinum isn't as liquid as gold. If you are old and possibly going to be using your metals to live off of in the coming years, I would only buy gold. Yes. So that's why you see a lot of people on YouTube and in the community only stacking gold and silver is because they are older, right? Now, I myself am not that old. I'm a millennial, so I'm a little bit older, or I'm getting to the older side, but I haven't quite reached oldhood yet, if that's a word. So I still have time. I can buy this platinum and sit on it for 20 years, right? And I'll be all right. But if you are on the older side, gold and silver is much better play and a much better bet. Especially if you're looking to pass down something, things of that nature. Crafty Dwarf said, life is so short, got to follow the dreams. Yep. Shadowwork said, if you're young and start stacking, I would get a good base of silver and platinum and then focus on gold. Yeah, definitely. So Rentime all day, stack silver and platinum. I wouldn't worry too much about gold now. It's just going to keep rising, but there's a high chance that platinum and silver could outperform it at any given time. Now, what I mean by that is it could shoot up. Silver and platinum could shoot up while gold remains at that slow, steady growth you see year in and year out. So if you had silver and gold, you could trade it into, or silver and platinum, you could trade it into gold if you wanted gold. But gold is definitely much more of a extremely long, like lifetime metal, whereas silver and platinum are a little bit more speculative, if that makes sense. All right, Rentime said I have gold, silver, and I've got 10 grams gold and 23 ounces of silver. That's a solid base, my man. That is a solid base at 13 years old. My goodness. You are already on the fast track to being successful. Shadowwork said Matthew Crust Life. All right. Rentime said 10 ounce silver on the way. Nice. Epic, epic, epic. Niels Han Dynasty says sweet. Coyote Grad Collectibles said I sold some gold recently to buy 1 ounce of platinum. Excellent trade, my man. Excellent, excellent. Hey, Homestead Aquarius. Thanks for joining the Platinum B Squad. You were one of the ones who received that from Coyote Grad, so be sure to thank him because he gifted you a whole membership. Sold some gold recently to buy 1 ounce of platinum. That's a solid play, Coyote Grad, especially at gold's price and platinum's price right now. Man, I'm tempted to do that myself if I had enough gold, but I don't have enough gold. I've got not nearly enough gold to feel comfortable doing that. But I do have a decent amount of gold, but I'm not quite in the flipping area yet, but maybe one day. Shadowwork said, very nice, base Ren. I just keep doing what you're doing. You're doing exponentially better than most Americans, let alone others your age. Yeah, indeed, you are, Rentime, for sure. Niels Han Dynasty, trade gold for platinum, good deal. Yeah, that's a very good deal right now, especially at the prices. Dude, gold's over 2,000, platinum's below 1,000. Trade that stuff if you got some extra and you're not willing to part with, or you are willing to part with. Niels Han Dynasty said platinum is 25% of its actual value. I agree for sure. Homestead Aquarius said, yo, Platinum Beast. Yo, Homestead, how's it going? Coyote Grad, nice, plenty of gold to go around. I hear the streets in heaven are paved with it, or in it, because there's so much. Hey, yeah, that's some very true words, Shadowwork. The streets in heaven are paved with gold. So, you know, why people would say they don't believe in it, well, maybe that actually makes it make a little bit more sense, you know, when you really think about it. Homestead Aquarius said, Coyote Grad Collectibles, thank you. Yeah, thank you, Coyote. You are very generous, my friend. Very strong supporter of the channel, and I appreciate it. Travis Chandler said, hey, everybody. Rentime said, this is fun, and you're an inspiration to keep going. Yeah, man. Keep stacking that platinum, bud. And keep coming by the channel. I mean, I like having you around. You actually, you know, you being here gives a lot of the viewers some hope that all is not lost in the next generation, my friend. So keep on stacking. Shadowwork, greetings, Travis. Platinum is making me sweat gold. I want both. Yeah, I know, right? Like, I mean, I have both, but man, it's a tough decision. I mean, I haven't bought any gold this year, and I don't plan to until it dips back down to hopefully about $1,800 an ounce. Then I'll start buying some. But if it doesn't, it doesn't, and I'll just sit on what I got. But platinum, I'm just going to keep acquiring and keep acquiring and keep acquiring. Hi, Travis Chandler. All right, Crafty Dwarf said, I gave away a pound of raw platinum this year, some to food bank, some to random people, and a little to family. Wow, that's extremely generous, my man. That's pretty stinking generous. Coyote Grad Collectibles said, Homestead, you're welcome. Crafty Dwarf said, it doesn't hurt my bottom line, so all good. Hey, you know, that's what it's all about, man, giving back. Gold and Silver said, our Father above bless you all. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Shadowwork said, thanks again, Platinum Beast. Keep up the great work. Thank you, Shadowwork. I appreciate you stopping by. I assume you're headed out here soon, but I do appreciate you stopping by and hanging out with us for a little while. We'll probably run the stream another maybe 10 or 15 minutes or something like that. But I appreciate everyone for stopping by and checking out the live stream today. This is my first ever live stream after being back from my very long hiatus, and I appreciate all y'all who have joined me in reigniting my stacking adventure and my YouTube adventure. Yeah, Crafty Dwarf, it is good to get people excited about precious metals. Indeed. Rentime said we could do an interview sometime. Yeah, we'll have to figure that out, man. We'll have to figure that out. We'll have to set something up and maybe do something. Homestead Aquarius said, I've never owned platinum, and this looks like such a good time to buy. Dude, it is. I'm telling you, my man. Go on eBay right now and look at these coins. 118 for a 1/10 ounce. That is bottom dollar, man. Like, I I can't tell you how much I appreciate 118 1/10 ounce platinum coins, 1/10 ounce coins. That premium is just so low, and I saw that years and years ago, and the fact that I'm seeing it now is excellent. You gotta love the low prices, man. They're just something to get excited about. Crafty, I want to find raw platinum. That would be interesting. Crafty dwarf. Yeah, I never get tons of help in life, but it would be a lie to say I got none. Giving a little back is okay. Yeah, for sure, man, for sure. And you know, when you really think about it, even if you're one who didn't receive a lot of help in life, there were probably moments where you wish you did receive a little bit of help. And so making other people not have to go through what you go through or you went through sometimes is just rewarding in and of itself, you know? It's great to give back, especially when you are given much, but it's also just great to give, right? Everyone likes to say, make sure you give back, but like, why don't you just give, right? You don't always have to receive to bless somebody else, if that makes sense, what I'm saying. Christopher Reed said, aside from Salivate on YouTube, are there any other channels with large platinum stacks? Well, no. Actually, I don't know. I know a lot of people do stack platinum, but most people don't make it their main focus. And most people are not as heavy as I am and Uncle Sal is. But, you know, it is what it is. A lot of people make like 1 or 2 videos, even like the big boys like Dragons and stuff. They have a little bit of platinum, but they just don't make it their main focus because they focus on gold and silver, which isn't so bad. But yeah, not a lot of people have platinum stacks like me and Uncle Sal. Shadowwork said, must be at least 50% in service to others. Most are over 90% in service. Yeah, you are. You are correct with that. We live in a very sort of selfish and self-serving world. Ren Time said, I am platinum hungry. Yeah, Ren Time, you gotta get a little bit of that platinum going, man. For sure. Travis Chandler said, I've been doing gold and silver for years, really thinking about getting a few 10th ounce platinums to get started with it. Any thoughts? Question marks. Any thoughts? I've been doing gold and silver for real. Yes. Really thinking about getting a few 10th ounce platinums to get started with. Any thoughts? Yeah, definitely, dude. I've been talking about it a lot of this stream, but get these little Perth coins, man. Liberty Coin has these on eBay or from their own website for way low premiums, man. Just get one of each. Start out with one of each, see how you like it, see if it fits in your budget. Both of these coins are just phenomenal prices right now. You cannot beat them. They come encapsulated, they're low mintage, they have the queen on them, and they will be the last coin in the series with the queen on them. There's so much going for these coins, I can't suggest them enough, right? There's just so entirely much going for these little Perth coins that's all I'm going to suggest at the current time. I mean, there's obviously other coins, but those are the best in my opinion. Let's see here. Homestead said, Toyota's new engine running on water is intriguing and makes me think that certain metals will go going up, silver and platinum. Yeah, I agree. The running on water / hydrogen / converting the water into hydrogen is very, very intriguing and very, very interesting, especially since the most abundant source of fuel is hydrogen, because just take a look at the oceans, right? It covers 75% of the world. Human body is made up of, I forget the percentage, but it's crazy high, of water. Hydrogen is so abundant, we don't need fossil fuels like electric, because that's what a lot of people don't realize is electricity runs off coal, natural gas, and just fossil fuels for the most part. There's some solar, there's some wind, but that stuff's not very efficient. So yeah, the fact that we have hydrogen and it's one of the most abundant fuels available in the world is something that is very, very intriguing. I think people are going to take a much, much closer look at in the future. Why do you think Liberty Coin is selling them so low? Loss leader trying to dump them, get people into the store. You know, they must have just got a steal of a deal on the coins because they just have so many of these. I'm going to guess they buy like just thousands from the Perth Mint. And the thing about these coins, I can't say for certain whether Liberty is doing this, but if you try to get backdated ones, right, of like these kookaburras, right, these are 2023s and these are the recent releases. If you try to get a 2022 or 2021, you're going to pay a lot higher premium. So there's that aspect where if the coin doesn't sell, the premium can be increased because it's a backdated coin and a little bit more collectible and desirable for platinum stackers. So Liberty goes into and buys these coins thinking, okay, if we can make a little profit and we sell all of them, we made profit. If we don't sell all of them, we can hold on to them and sell them over time for even higher profit. It's just going to take a little bit more time. So I think that's their mindset and their thinking. I think they just want to sell these things just to kind of make a little bit of profit. Because if they sell thousands and thousands, that adds up, right? If you really think about it. So it's all about scaling with them, I guess. But I really don't know exactly how they do it. I'd have to call them and ask them, basically. We're having a little bit of difficulty scrolling this chat. But it looks like, yeah, new energy possibilities are going to need these metals. Why do you think Liberty Coin? Yeah, with no love or joy, wealth is meaningless in so many ways. Yeah, Crafty Dwarf, you are correct in that, man. Christopher Reed said, seems like most on YouTube are under 10 ounce of platinum. Yeah, definitely, definitely. Never enough metal. I'm waiting on a Perth Dragon Plat to add to the stack. Yeah, that Dragon coin is super epic, man. You definitely got to get yourself one. Ren Time said, they're so little. Yeah, they are little itty bitty coins. These little Perth Mint coins. But they're just so neat, in my opinion. I love them. But they are small. So if you've ever held a gold 10th ounce coin, you know, it's comparable to that. But obviously it's made out of platinum. Runtime said, got 2 grams. You'll get there, man. You'll get there. You got a lot of time on your hands, so you'll get there. Don't worry. Just keep stacking and stay strong. Shadow Work said, I have all the denominations from the mint and a couple extra quarters. Nice, nice, very cool. I've got the 1/10 ounce, the half ounce, but I don't have the quarter ounce from the U.S. Mint, so I need to get me one of those. Homestead Aquarius said platinum is at 904 right now and continues to go down. Yeah, it moves very differently than other metals though. You know, one day it could be 800, one day it could be 1100. It varies widely, much more than silver or gold, I think, in my experience in watching the spot price. But it has remained pretty flat, is what I like to call it, for a very long time. So it's prime for a breakout. Rentime said, and I think that's smart. I would do that if I was a dealer. Yeah, I mean, if you buy 1,000 coins, you make $1 off each coin, that's $1,000. But if you didn't sell them all, because of the date, because these are Perth Mint, these aren't your typical, you know, silver eagles. No one cares about the date on a silver eagle. But when it comes to Perth Mint, these are collectible. But they're low premium when they first get them, but they are collectible over time. All right, it looks like we got something crazy going on up here. So let's scroll back up. Wow, Gold and Silver gifted 10 Platinum Beast memberships. Woo! What a kind gesture, man. Gold and Silver, you rock, man. Thank you so much. Looks like Travis Chandler, Metal Mates, Silver Stormy Normie, Kevy Kev, Big Al's Golds and Watches, Kane Friday, Xavier, Luke Farley, Boiled Dove, and Ghost watching Ace Tone. We're all gifted memberships. So thank you so much, Gold and Silver. That is super generous gift of you, my friend, to gift everyone those memberships. I don't even think like you're a member, man. Like are you? Let's see. Gold and Silver. No, you weren't. You might be now. But but thank you, Gold and Silver. That is super generous of you to donate those memberships to my random followers. I'm going to sell some stuff to get some platinum. Yeah, Ben, Ren Time, if you got some extra stuff, some extra clothes or junk just sitting around or stuff you don't need or want, that's definitely a great way to add to the stack, right? I've done that in my life. I've sold stuff that just randomly doesn't have any purpose in my life. And so that's a great way to add a little bit of stack. Let's see here. Oh, yeah, sports equipment. That's a good thing to sell. You can definitely make some money off that. Homestead Aquarius said, yeah, platinum makes beastly moves. When it does, it's like right when they announce a new change to gas engines versus electric. I think gas engines are going to come back to dominate future manufacturing. Yeah, they very well could. Or I kind of like the idea of the hydrogen, right? of the hydrogen gas, not necessarily with an electric battery that the hydrogen charges, but just pure hydrogen gas. If you can turn it into a liquid, which is kind of what water is in a sense, but if you can take that water and convert it into hydrogen and then fuel your vehicle off that, I think that's a very interesting thing that they haven't really looked at closely enough yet. Whew, we've been going for quite a little while now. I think the stream's been going about an hour and close to 15 minutes, but we'll keep it rolling for a few more minutes. I'm getting a little dry in the mouth and probably got to go get some food here. But thank you so much, everyone who decided to stop by today. Let's see here. Reignited my. Let's see here. I appreciate everyone who stopped by today. Let's see. We'll read a few more comments here before I do end up leaving. Yeah, Rentime. Sell some of that sports equipment, especially if you're not using it. Definitely get yourself some Platinum. Yeah, Platinum makes beastly moves when it does. It's like right when they announce a new change to gas engines versus electric. I think gas engines are going to come back to dominate future maintenance. Yeah, when it does, Platinum will go up. Yeah, it definitely will. Platinum will go way up because they'll realize we gotta get this metal. Shadowwork said metal mate. They will take a loss and write it off, but add a customer. They can't sit on the product like we sit on our stacks. To them, it's just business. Yeah, it is. Rentime said thank you so much. You reignited my fire. I'm so excited. Well, you're welcome, Rentime. You're welcome. I'm glad I could do that for you. Definitely be sure to stop back by the channel because we'll definitely be doing more of these live streams in the future. And thanks for just stopping by on my first live stream after being back. I definitely will be checking out your channel. I don't know if you have a YouTube channel or not, but I'll definitely be checking that out after the stream. But thanks for just stopping by regardless, and thanks for being a loyal follower of mine. Christopher Reed said, what would your platinum to palladium ratio be in an ideal stack of those two? That would be interesting. Let me think about that for a second. What would my platinum to palladium? Well, here's the one problem I have, Christopher Reed, is in my state particular, palladium is the one precious metal that is taxed with the sales tax. I can only guess it's because they just haven't updated the tax laws in my state. But yes, palladium is taxed at the regular sales tax rate. It's not considered a precious metal in my state at the time. Platinum, silver, and gold are, but palladium is not. So when I buy palladium, I have to either pay sales tax or get some under the table kind of deal with a private sale, buy and sell type of scenario. So it's a little bit harder for me to get palladium. So I can't fairly say what my ratio would be, but I would probably focus mainly on the platinum. I'd probably go just platinum and palladium ratio, not just stacking platinum and palladium, but just the platinum and palladium ratio of one another. I'd probably sit somewhere between 10 and 20% palladium and 80 to 90% platinum. I just think platinum is the main guy in this scenario, and palladium is very much speculation to the nth degree, basically. Which people who speculated on it way back in the day made out like bandits if they sold at the all-time high of palladium. But my guess is their whole stack wasn't palladium. It was a very small amount. I think a lot of people probably made a little bit of money, but it wasn't a lot of people making a whole ridiculous amount of money because most people put it as an afterthought, which is what I think palladium sort of is to an extent. Nice, we're in time. I'll have to check those out. Never enough metal. Palladium is hard to turn. Yeah, it is hard to sell. It is, especially since the spot prices just continue to go down. It's not a seller's market at all for palladium. So, yeah, that's definitely something that is hard to sell, especially in this climate, in this market. Mr. LBSRD, I said, this is interesting. I will have to look into the laws in West Virginia regarding tax on palladium. Yeah, it is. It is very interesting. I didn't know about it until I started looking more into palladium, but it does fall under sales tax under my state. So it's definitely something for y'all to take into account when deciding on getting palladium is make sure you check the laws. Most bullion dealers like bullion exchanges, APMEX, things like that, give the listing of the laws for each state. So if you go into those states and you look at yours, it will be specific, right? It'll say if you buy, it'll say nothing is taxed. It'll say accessories are taxed, so capsules and tubes and gloves, those will be taxed, sales tax. Some of them will say platinum is taxed, palladium is taxed, only gold, only silver, only so much gold, only. So they've done their research. They know because they're running the business and they have to charge the sales tax. So they're going to let you know what they have to charge sales tax on if you're getting it shipped to your state. We're getting close to the end of the stream here, guys. I'd love to just sit here all night and respond to y'all, but I'll do just a couple more here. Charlie Earthall said, I have 30 ounces of platinum and 3 ounces of gold, 100 ounces of silver. Wow. That's a very, very solid ratio, my friend. Congratulations. Coyote Grad Collectibles said, got to get going. Take care, everyone. Yeah, you too, Coyote Grad. And everyone, please go check out Coyote Grad's channel. Subscribe to him. Like his videos. Comment on his videos. Check him out. He is a boss. He is a part of the Platinum Beast squad. So definitely check him out for sure. Christopher Reed said, much appreciated. Ren Time said, 30 ounces of platinum. Wow. Yeah, that's a solid platinum stack, isn't it, Ren Time? Good job, Charlie. Never enough metal. APMEX site has it very well spelled out by state. Yeah, it does. It does. APMEX has all the states and provinces and things like that. I don't know if they get into the international side of things, but for the United States, they definitely have it listed out state by state, and you can see what they have to, by law, charge tax on in your state. So definitely check out APMEX's list. Charlie Earthall said, thank you, Ren. Give it a decade, and I will hopefully turn that into or in for 60 or 70 ounces of gold. Yeah, for sure, man. Charlie, you're set on the platinum. If platinum doubles, you can flip it into gold and just make out like a bandit. Homestead Aquarius said, excellent stack, Charlie. Shadowworks said, Charlie. Yeah, Charlie. Charlie is the man, bro, with the platinum. Ren Time said, I will race you, Charlie. I'm 13. Yeah, Ren Time, you starting at such a young age will probably have one of the largest stacks of all the stacking community if you keep up with it throughout your whole life. Mr. LBS said, thanks to everyone for stopping by the stream and hit the like button if you don't mind. Thanks for the stream, Beast. Yeah, so we're going to wrap it up here pretty shortly, but everyone, please hit that like button on your way out, and I hope to see all of y'all in my future streams. Thanks everyone who stopped by, and especially those who dropped some comments and some likes and just hit that subscribe button and just added to the conversation. I love having conversations with y'all, and I think this is a good outlet to do it. I think this is how we're going to mainly stick to it on this channel. I'll probably just do kind of random live streams here or there. I'll try to plan them out a little bit better next time so y'all can hit the notification to let you know when I'm going to go live rather than just randomly going live. But I appreciate everyone who did stop by for my first ever live stream. Definitely appreciate it. And everyone should definitely hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell button so you can stay up to date with future updates on the Platinum Beast channel. And with all of that being said, I appreciate y'all, and I'll see y'all next time.